There's a button. Every time you press it, you'll make $1,000,000, but a random person dies. Would you press it?
100%. Easy money. Yeah.
How many times?
1,000 times. It's fine.
What would you do with $1,000,000,000?
I ain't gonna lie. I'd probably spend it on any prostitutes. Yeah, easy. Yeah. And I'd give money to my mama.
So you press a button. Every time you press it, you make $1,000,000, but a random person dies. Would you press it?
Press what, $1,000,000?
Press the button.
What button?
I'd hire someone to put money into stocks. I'd hire a fitness trainer. I'd hire a financial advisor. I'd hire a lawyer.
And what would you say to all the people tonight that said no, they wouldn't press the button?
They're soft, bro.
You press a button, then every time you press it, you make $1,000,000, but a random person dies. Would you press the button?
Yeah.
How many times would you press it?
I press it 7 times, I make 7 million. It's like, yeah, 7 times.
You just don't care about the random people dying?
Not really, no.
Say you're sitting like in your family living room and then you just see your like brother like die.
But that's not really random, is it?
But randomly it's one of your like family members. Would you press it?
No,
Why?
it's not nice. Would you press it?
Yeah.
How many times?
Once.
And what would you do with the money?
Live.
And tell me what you're doing with the $7 million.
I would go to Aritzia. I would pay off my credit card debt. Pay for med school. How
And you-
ironic, right?
and-
I would press a random button to kill people and I want to go to med school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To save them. To like try to revive them.
Yeah. I mean, they're paying it forward by giving me a better life.
Would you press it?
No, I wouldn't. Honourable person. I feel like it's an Australian thing. We're really good people. Plus, we have a very good affiliation with the people from US as well. So I feel like, we try and be good people.
What would you say to the people that all like would press it? Like I've had people say they'd press it like 100 times.
You know what? Like I try and think, what would Jesus do? And he probably would do it as well. So why not? It's $1,000,000.
Wow, why did the sudden change of answer?
No, it's do you know what it is? It's really cold outside. I'm not used to this cold, and I actually haven't rugged up. I haven't got the proper jackets and everything like that, and I would love to invest in a proper jacket. So hence my change in mode and answers as well. Do you know what the best thing about having money is?
What?
Giving it away.
How much would you give away of the $1,000,000?
I'll give $1,000 away. I would spend the rest on hookers in Amsterdam.
There's a button. Every time you press it, you make $1,000,000, but a random person dies. Would you press it?
I wouldn't push it, but I don't know. Would you push it?
No,
Why?
it's not necessary. It's not my decision to decide who lives or dies. It will haunt me forever.
I think there's other ways to make $1,000,000 and kill
I
someone.
agree. You press the button and you end up being the person that dies.
No, you're immune to it.
What if your mother ends up being the one that dies?
That could happen.
Well, I'm not pressing it.
Would you press it?
100 times.
That was no hesitation, bro.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with $100 million?
Buy a yacht, and then I'll save 100 lives with the excess money.
So the question is, there's a button, right? Every time you press a button, you make $1,000,000, but a random person dies. Would you press it?
No.
Not even once.
No, I'm comfortable. I'm going to be fine. I don't want anyone to die.
And a lot of people are like you.
What did people say?
A lot of people said 100 times.
No. I wouldn't press it at all.
What would you say to the people that are pressing it?
I mean, maybe some of them need it. I know I don't need it, so like I'll be fine, and that's like coming from a place of immense privilege. But like, I just value human life too much.
Are your parents rich?
They're not rich, but I'm okay. Upper middle class. I'm in college. I'm doing fine. I'm not like a nepo baby, but like I'll be fine. And I don't. Even if I weren't, I mean, I don't know. Like if I were poor, I'd maybe say press it. But like I have so much privilege. So like, but I don't want anyone to die.
You press a button. Every time you press it, you make $1,000,000, but a random person dies. Would you press it?
Yeah,
How many times?
once.
What are you gonna do with the $1,000,000?
Half is getting saved, and then half of it, I'm going to Italy for 6 months. I'm not a bad person. $1,000,000. I'm not doing it more than once. Hopefully, it's a bad person that is a casualty of my decision.
Would you press it?
We talking Afghanistan? I'm just joking. I wouldn't press the button.
Why?
It's dying on my watch.
Would you press it?
Yeah,
How many times?
once.
What are you gonna do with the $1,000,000?
I just invest.
Anything you do for fun with the money?
No.
You wouldn't have any fun at all with that.
If I get $1,000,000, I'm gonna invest.
So say there's like a button, right? Every time you press it, you make $1,000,000, but a random person dies. Would you press it?
I really don't care about money, in all honesty, man. And I'm not saying that just to say that, but yeah, I probably wouldn't press it, bro. If I knew somebody was gonna die, then yeah, I wouldn't press it. I don't need that million.
Why don't you care about money?
I grew up poor, bro. I grew up poor. Money doesn't buy happiness, bro. At the end of the day, man, I've seen people struggle and people worry about money so much, bro. Like, it's just wild to me, man. It's good to have money in society nowadays, but honestly, bro, I don't let that take control of my life. I wouldn't want to make that in the wrong way. It's just something that I wouldn't do, knowing somebody's gonna die just to make a mill. Nah, I wouldn't hit that button, bro.
Every time you press it, you make $1 million, but a random person dies. Would you press it?
Morally speaking, of course, I'd never do that. As long as my friends are around, I'm never doing that. But off the cuff, yeah, I'm pressing that button. I'm pressing it at least once to see if it works.
And then if it does work, how many times are you going to press it?
I feel like I can escape off with a good $2 million. You know, support the family.
What would you do with the money after that?
Buy that Tesla Model S Plaid. I'm getting some real estate. I'm going to Ruth Chris. I'm bringing 12 of my boys, and we're eating steaks. We're eating potatoes au gratin, and we're eating big that night.
Button. Every time you press it, you make $1 million, but a random person in the world dies. Would you press that button?
I'll press it 100 times.
Okay. $100 million, what are you going to do with it?
Or redistribute it to create wealth in impoverished communities.
Also, you would buy
And I might buy a Lamborghini.
a zillion bottles of tequila and a Lamborghini. Maybe.
What about those 100 lives, bro? Like, they're all just dead because you wanted money.
Well, I can take 100 lives, but I can also create 1,000 lives of generational wealth. So
How are you going to, make that happen 100%? How are you going to guarantee that for someone?
by investing in impoverished communities, in businesses that need
Can I chime
to
in
support the communities in which they operate in.
On a day-to-day basis, given 7 billion lives in the world, would $100 million create much difference in 100 lives?
There is a button. Every time you press a button, it's going to give you $1 million right into your bank account.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But on the other side, it's going to kill one person randomly in the world, but you don't know who it is. Would you press the button?
Oh yeah, for sure. Half the off of Mercury Boulevard, bro. Them homeless, bro. I look out for them, bro. But I would literally get rid of them.
How many times would you press the button?
I never pressed a button a day in my life, bro. It's over a billion people out in the world, bro. You're gonna die regardless, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. If you out here living your life, bro, live your life. If you not have expired to the job that you ever felt fear to apply to that shit. Okay. What the worst thing they gonna say is no.
Okay. All right, bro. I appreciate it.